Hello, this is New Vision TV. I am Lynn Komjisha. Although Uganda is one of the world's top coffee producing countries, selling over 4 million bags every year, local consumption of the beverage is quite low at only 2% being consumed internally. It is a classic sign of underdevelopment, of producing what you don't consume and consuming what you don't produce. New Vision TV finds out what is being done about this.
One characteristic of underdeveloped societies is the tendency to produce what they don't consume and consuming what they don't produce. Laura Walusimbi, the corporate communications manager at Uganda Coffee Development Authority, blames the low consumption of coffee in Uganda on the entrenched tea drinking culture.
Ugandans know, Uganda is a coffee growing country. We grow and export. We don't normally consume it. And I asked you yourself, you said you don't drink coffee. So there are a lot of people like that who don't drink coffee. We're more of a tea consuming country. But now we're trying to, encourage people to drink coffee.
Mrs. Walusimbi observes that equipping Ugandans with coffee processing skills can increase the consumption. Ugandans need to be trained on how to look out for the taste, aroma, fragrance, acidity levels of the coffee, and also how to roast the beans before turning them into the ready-to-drink product. Just recently, the Uganda Coffee Development Authority held the national annual barista competitions that saw over 30 participants show off their coffee processing skills. The competitions that were introduced in 2008 have seen over 200 people gain barista skills. Some have even got permanent employment in local hotels and coffee shops, while others have made it to the international barista competitions.
Our basis for training them is to give them an opportunity to get a job. So we've trained over 590 baristas since we began these championships, and they've gone on to work in hotels and cafes around Kampala and the rest of the country, but they've also gone on and found jobs outside of Africa. We have some who've gone as far as Dubai, Qatar, in countries where coffee is really loved. And so they've had the opportunity to get exposure from these championships, which are the national championships, but they also go on to participate in the World Barista Championships.
The good news is that the authority is not about to give up on their initiative of transforming Uganda from a tea-consuming society to one that appreciates that at least a cup of coffee every day has over 100 health benefits.
Then we're trying to encourage people to drink more coffee, because the more coffee you consume, the more cafes that will come up, the more jobs that will come up, and also the more money that will stay here because of the money that we are spending in consuming coffee.
But have the training made any sign of increased coffee consumption? Indeed, while 10 years ago there were barely 5 coffee shops and cafes in town, these have grown over time, a sign that more people are consuming coffee.
And we've seen over the years the number of cafes increasing from the first cafes we saw maybe over 10 years ago to currently we have more than 20 cafes countrywide. Yeah, so it's been helpful in the economy to get professional baristas, and the baristas tend to attract people because most of them are young people, and they are so passionate about coffee, they are so passionate about their job as a barista.
You're still watching New Vision TV, and for our Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Lake Chaninga. Lake Chaninga is found in Fort Portal district in the western part of Uganda. It has a meandering shape with shores guarded by a rainforest that adds a shade to the beauty of the waters. It is not only blessed with blue waters, but it is also favored with birds and monkeys. Let's take a look. This is Lake Chaninga, located in Fort Portal district. This lake was formed about 10,000 years ago as a result of intense geological and volcanic activity that shaped the dramatic scenery of the region. It is about 220 meters deep. Through the bushes, a tiny footpath leads to this incredibly beautiful lake. Lake Chaninga is blessed with so many amazing things: the blue water, great landscape, animals, to mention but a few. The crested cranes are one of the commonest bird species here.
They enjoy this place in the peaceful nature. The lodges here, which are called Chaninga lodges, provide good accommodation. The water is bilharzia free and therefore safe to swim in.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go. I am Lynn Komjisha.